Now, number two is really important. I don't think we've had one like this yet. So that's not what, well, it is, but that's not what I was referring to. Um, okay, just ignore that thing on my calculator. So, okay, so this is the angle we're talking about, 35 degrees. This is the hypotenuse. This is opposite. This is adjacent, which is tan. Yep. Tan 35 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so what I meant was we haven't really had one in class where X is on the bottom yet. What did your teacher teach you to do? There's a, okay, that's what I do too. Okay, so what I do is I multiply both sides by X. I multiply both sides by X and then divides both sides by tan 35. Yeah. Okay. So the reason I was asking what your teacher told you to do is some people just memorize that when X is in the bottom, you divide, and when X is in the top, you multiply. Um, but some people have you do the algebra. I do the algebra. So anyway, X equals 22.9. But we haven't done one yet, so I wanted to make sure. Okay. Now this guy here, theta. Yep. Good job. Hypotenuse, opposite. Sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. What's wrong? You sure? Sine inverse. (43.8 degrees). Okay, how's your trig coming? This is trig. How's it coming? You're okay? All right. Okay, so I think that I need to stamp your worksheet later. So just scoot your packet off to the side so that your worksheet's up so I can see it. Oh my. You're number 27. Can you move everybody? Wait, 28. Sean. Sean, you're supposed to be 29. Oh,
Mine is a blue one. No, mine says it's buried in the other one.
you guys are having sleepovers for your phones?
No, someone moved my phone illegally.
Okay, you're good now. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Have a seat. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about parabolas. This is again all math two. There's really no math three again today, but we're going to go from standard. So first thing you need to know is that this is standard form. So standard form is kind of what it looks like when you're gonna like box and diamond or quad formula, basically. It looks like ax squared plus bx plus c. So that's standard form. And you remember what we did yesterday with the a, h, and k?
Yep.
That's graphing form. Normally, you complete the square to go from standard form to graphing form. We're not doing that to the end of the chapter. They're doing it the long way, which some of you will even prefer after, well, whatever. The long way is helpful because it gives you a lot of understanding about how parabolas work. But the first thing we do is we already had a quiz on this. We find the x and y intercepts. Okay, so we had x and y intercepts of a line on our first quiz and x and y intercepts of a parabola on our second quiz. This one's a parabola. How do you find the y-intercept? Okay, so y equals 2 times 0 squared plus 4 times 0 minus 30. Y equals negative 30, which is the coordinate 0, negative 30. And then come over here to your graph and graph a dot on 0, negative 30. Okay, that's not the vertex. That's just the y-intercept. Do you have any questions so far? We good? Okay, how do you find the x-intercepts? There's 3 different ways. We've only talked about 2 of them so far. 0 equals 2x squared plus 4x minus, it's a minus. Okay, now for me, I'm going to check to see if it will box and diamond every time. This one does, just so you know. But you could do quad formula, which is what I was suggesting. We've done 2 different ways. You could also complete the square. We haven't talked about that yet. Great. Perfect. 5x negative 3x. Great job. Everybody good? Okay, -5 and 3. So graph -5 and 3. Okay, now I have a question. Just an interesting question. Does anybody remember what to do next? After you get the x-intercepts? Nope, because this isn't in the middle. I gave you a hint. Line of symmetry. Line of symmetry. Okay. I can hear Mr. Guyan saying it now. Okay, so what you do is you take x, you say x equals, and then you add the two x-intercepts you have, and you divide by 2 because there's two numbers, so that's how you average. You add and divide by however many there are. And this is -2/2, which is -1. Okay, so we're going to dash in our line of symmetry. Now you might be thinking to yourself, we graphed this, so could I have just visualized where the line of symmetry was? Yeah. But on the ones that we do on number 5, we're not going to graph it. So we're just going to do the algebra part. Okay, what's the next step? Find the vertex. How? I think you could have stayed home today. I think you could have just slept. If you could have just slept through the class, you already know everything. You're awesome. No, you're perfect. It's a compliment. Or I could sleep and you could come over here. Ah, no one ever wants to teach for me. Okay, so y equals 2 times -1 squared plus 4 times -1 minus 30. We're going to do mental math. Parentheses first. So -1 times itself. 1 times 2 is 2 minus 4 minus 30. Okay, then the last step is to actually put it in the equation. So y equals something x plus 1 squared minus 32. Okay, remember you switch the sign and then don't switch the sign for the vertex. Okay, what is A in this problem? You can actually get A from the very original first thing. 2. So put yourself a little arrow there. You don't need to do any math to get A. Okay, now I'm going to call on Violet because she said her visual skills are excellent. I know you're going to be able to answer this question. I trust you completely, 100%. Full of trust. No, I'm serious. Where could I put one more point on this parabola so that I could draw it in? Yes, excellent job. because you use symmetry and you can fold it over the line. My visual learner, no, it's okay. It's just, I said you because you said you could see where it was a minute ago. So remember how symmetry works. You can fold it over the line. Okay, I'm just gonna pause right here just to give everybody time to make sure their notebook has everything that it needs. Okay, so in number 5, I'm not gonna move it. You're not ready? Oh. In number 5, we're gonna do 2 more of these, except for we're not gonna do the graph part, we're just gonna do the algebra part. We're also not gonna do the y-intercept part, we're just gonna do the equation part only. There's an A and a B. It's weird. I'm gonna do B with you, and then I'm gonna have you do A in your group. So the reason I'm gonna do B with you is because there's a weird negative in the front. I wanna do that one together. Does anyone need more time with the notebooks for number 4? You sure? Okay. So set this up for number 5. Yes, I realize I put the answers at the bottom. I did it on purpose. Because you guys are going to fill in everything between over here. But I'm going to do B with you because of that weird negative. Why did I put Y at the end instead of FX? So I did it all wrong.
We're not doing the graph, we're just doing the work.
Correct. I wanted you to see like the line of symmetry and how it worked the one time, but okay, so just set this up for the moment. Again, I'm gonna have you guys do A in your groups in a minute. We're gonna do B together first. And the reason is because of this negative in the front. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is set it equal to 0. And then you have options, but for me, I like to have a positive x squared when I do my box and diamond. So I'm going to divide this whole problem by -1. Do you have to do this? No, it'll work. Otherwise, I don't like it. So, Mrs. Tully, you're going to put the box over by the spiral in the notebook? That's living dangerous. We have a real, yes, hi, Ann. Beautiful, perfect. Awesome. Man, it's hard to write on the spiral. That's why you don't do it. I know, but I wasn't sure how much room I was gonna need. Okay, I made a giant leap of faith there. Can you do x minus 2 equals 0 in your head? And know that that's what you're doing. You can? Okay. All right, so step 1, box and diamond. Step 2, average those two numbers. Got it? That's the line of symmetry. What's the next step? Plug it in. That's wrong. Okay, fun question. Mr. Knight was talking about this yesterday. He had a question like this on his whiteboard, and he said his whole math 2 class did it wrong, every single person. Is this 9 or negative 9? Is it 9 or negative 9? Is something 9 or negative 9? Negative 9. Negative. That's the negative after the exponent. Negative 9. Yeah. Remember PEMDAS. So exponent then multiply by negative 1. Okay. Now, does my answer make sense? I went to write the answer and then I was like, oops, it's there. Okay, so let's see if it makes sense. I got 3 for my line of symmetry. So this is minus 30. Does that make sense? It should. Do x minus 3 equals 0 in your mind real quick if you need to. I got 1 from the y of my vertex. This is 1. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. And then where does this come from? Yes. Yeah. The a values. You have to go back and then be like, oh, in this one, a was negative 1 because there was a negative 1 in front of the x squared. That we don't write the 1 part, but we write the negative part. Okay, now, test your knowledge. How many transformations are there in this problem? Three. Perfect. Okay. This one, what is this called? Reflection across the x-axis. Shift. Right 3. Up 1. Up 1. Okay. Now you guys do A in your groups. You already did it. Okay. I'm gonna come around and while you're working on this and stamp, do you guys know what the homework is? Something. It's something. 7, 9, 11, and 12. Did you guys hear what the homework is? 7, 9, 11, and 12. Okay.